Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I am working on photos from Vegas. I know this says New York, but it's Las Vegas. It's the New York Hotel. And I wanted to go in there to see if they had any holiday decor because when I was there last time, at the same time of year, I didn't go in. We just kind of bypassed it outside. So I thought, well, maybe they have something. I don't know. We'll go in and see. So this is what I have. I decided to do it just as a digital layout to make sure that it stayed as only one layout because I have like 8 other photos that I took from different angles and places outside. But this album's already getting big. It's chunky, so I can't use all of those. So I did a digital layout here. I dropped in this digital card. So now I need to figure out what I'm doing at top and bottom. Part of me really wants to cut this down and mat it on some cardstock. However, I just said this album is chunky and I don't want to add any bulk. So I feel like I have to fight my desire to cut this down and just use it as is. But how to do it? Clearly there's nothing holiday happening here. So what I think I'm going to do is go into my New York bin and take out some stickers and embellishments and that kind of stuff and just decorate that way. And then I'm wondering, like, do I need a little label or something that says New York Hotel? I mean, anybody who's been to Vegas would know it's in with a bunch of other Vegas stuff too. So I don't feel like I have to say it. And honestly, myself and maybe 3 other people will ever see this. So I don't know that it matters. So I kind of want to just decorate and make it fun and leave it at that. I do also have some other layouts that are from the inside of New York, that are very New York themed. Like that's how the inside is if you haven't been in there. So I could do those at the same time as I'm doing this. If I have the New York stuff out, I might as well do it. So because this is all there is, if I finish this really quickly, I may move on to the next one that I need to do. All right, I've grabbed some New York stuff here. I have this bag of just kind of miscellaneous ephemera that is obviously supposed to be either for New York or city or that kind of thing. So I have that. Then I have my pocket cards that are specific to New York. Obviously I don't need a pocket card here, but there might be an element on there just visually that I could cut it out and use it or something. What fell out here? Just a purple circle. I'm not sure where that came from. We'll put that over here for now. And then I also have this, and I have these kind of fun things, which I'm debating using because, like, especially the taxi, I never take taxis in New York City. It's kind of ironic that every flippin' thing you buy for New York pretty much has a taxi on it somewhere, and I never take taxis. I walk, I take the bus, I use the subway, like, I don't need that. But it's there, so I have those. And then these are all pieces from one particular, not this, that should be in that one, all one set that was New York themed. It's from Carta Bella, I believe, is who does it. But I had cut out all the pieces and I had 2 of everything. So that's why you're seeing 2 here. But all of these ephemera pieces, I could maybe use those. Maybe there's something in there. I don't see. There again is the damn taxi. Never gonna get those used, I swear. So we'll see if there's stuff in there that I can use. And then there are these little ones. I almost missed them. The pizza I might use later on the other layout because I think one of the places I passed inside had pizza on it. I can't remember for sure. I saw so much. I'll check that out when I look through the photos again. But this is all the stuff I have. You would think in all of this, there's something in there that will work for this. I just realized that other than this big NYC, everything else in here is theater related. I don't know why I pulled that out. Probably because like the last 2 times I was in New York, I did see shows and maybe I thought I was going to use these items and ended up using something else. I'm not sure, but clearly I don't need those here because I'm not doing Broadway here. I'm in Vegas. So we're going to just kind of throw those to the side. But the rest of the stuff, maybe I could use it. As I was looking more at this, I don't know that I can even use the taxi. There's no yellow here. It doesn't go. The closest would be orange. I mean, those aren't even really close. So there's that. So I don't know that I'm going to use these either. So that kind of stinks. But I do have quite a few things in here, and look at all the different colors that are represented. I'm hoping I can find something there. Now, clearly, you know, I've got an iconic building here. Maybe I could make that work or something, but there are other things in here that hopefully I can do something with them. Okay, I'm happy I have found two things in here that I think I can use. And one of them is a taxi, believe it or not. I mean, I have several in here. Like, look at this thing. It's ginormous, but whatever. There's another taxi. It's yellow. Look at this one. It's kind of orange. It's half and half. I think I might use it because seriously, when else am I going to ever use this? So I think I might just kind of do it like this, like overlap it somehow. It's kind of cute too. And then maybe I can find something here. But if not, I could be okay with leaving that as is. And then I also have this that says New York State of Mind, and it's red. I think maybe like up here. That still leaves me room at the top. And I also have, I think I'm up to 4 now, 4 stamp sets about New York. I could potentially find something there to work in as well if I couldn't come up with anything else. But I think I'm going to use these 2 for sure. And I didn't really like anything else that was in here, so I can put all that away and kind of get it out of my way. Didn't even make it to this, but I think I'm going to stay away from that. I have stickers somewhere too, and I'm just not sure where they are at the moment, but I can pull those out because maybe I've got a nice title of some kind that might work like other than this. I'm just not sure. As I was putting everything back in here, I realized I missed something. It was quite small, so I didn't see it. It's this little like postage stamp thing that says NYC, and it's got the Statue of Liberty. The color actually is pretty close to this background and to like this building here. So I think I want to do it. And I don't know if I should just, I wish now like I hadn't adhered this down. I could tuck it under there a little bit. Maybe I could pry it up and still do that. But I'm thinking like maybe over here in this corner. I don't think it goes down here, but I could use it perhaps up top. I went into my just regular travel stuff to see what I had in there that might be a little bit more generic that I could use. And I came across these travel rub-ons. These are old. These are from crepe paper. I was looking at the ones I have left. This one right here says New York. Now, granted, it says October 2015. I don't care. So I think I'm going to use that. And should I put it down here or up here or make it part of this? I wonder if I do it up there, could I find one other thing to kind of overlap it a little? And maybe that's enough for this layout. I decided to do the rub-on all the way to the left-hand side with just a little hanging off. So I trimmed off what I didn't use there. It was hanging over a little bit. And then this didn't come out completely right here, but I think that's okay. It makes it look a little weathered, which I'm totally fine with. So now that I've done that, I just have to figure out something here that I can maybe overlap a little bit. So I think I need something not huge. I don't want it to go like this far over, but something slightly larger that will overlap that. I pulled out my stamps and a bunch of New York stickers that I have. I did find them all. I don't feel like any of these are right. There's kind of a lot happening in these photos already, and I feel like these are too much. Even this, I thought about, oh, could I just do part of the skyline there? I feel like it's too much because of those buildings. And now look at these. These colors are much better. They actually match well with a lot of them, but it's just too much. It's like buildings on buildings on buildings. I don't like it. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to end up stamping. And I'm thinking about using this one that says, taking a bite of the Big Apple. This is just my thing. It kind of annoys me when people say, I'm going to the Big Apple. I don't know why. It just does. So I don't know either that I would ever use this particular stamp from this set. And you can tell, like, it's never been used. It's pristine. I think I might use it here because when else am I going to use it, right? And it's just like the outside, like nothing serious. It's just kind of fun, whatever. So I think I might just stamp that and call it good. But because this is a shiny surface, I need to use this one, not my regular. I need to use my StazOn. So I will get that all prepped, and then I will stamp on there and just hope it turns out. Well, you know what? Sometimes things don't always go the way you want. I did a test on here and it looked fabulous. Put it down, went to restamp with new ink. That's how it came out. So I don't know if this is a weird surface or not. This is Epson printing paper, but now I don't know what to do with that. I don't know if I should try this again, and if I still can't get it positioned correctly and have it look good, like just cover that up with paper or something. I'm just not sure. But you know what? It just shows sometimes things don't always go the way you want. I tried to go over it a second time and I got close, but it kind of smeared, and I think I pushed a little too hard maybe and made it slip. Now, in theory, this is never supposed to smear, but I don't know what the surface coating is on this paper. So it disappoints me though, because this paper is what I use at home. So if it doesn't work on here, that really sucks that anything else that I might print on my own isn't going to stamp well if I use this. So I'll have to try it maybe on just some scrap pieces and see if it's a problem with the ink or the paper or what, but this has got to go, sadly. I'm having a really hard time figuring out how to cover this. So I think I'm going to take this piece of ephemera, it was part of this, cut it down and use it up there. If I place it correctly, it covers part of this, which is good. Actually, if I go a little bit more to the top there, I can strategically place it. You can still see a little bit of this. I get this. Then all I have to worry about is over here. I will find something to make that work. I think I've come up with a solution. I have this on here and I left this a little bit unadhered on the right hand side so I could tuck something under there. I know I said I wasn't going to do buildings or didn't want to do buildings, but I think I have to now. So I think I'm going to like put this under there and just go with it. I could also cut here and just do the blue and the orange because they are more of the colors that are represented here. But I think I have to use part of this. This is a digital file. I had a bunch of stuff. I think it's from In a Creative Bubble where I could print it and then fussy cut around it. It's just a set of elements. So I could reprint this if I want. It's not like I can never use it again. Ta-da! There. That's what I came up with. It's not my best, but it's fine. Again, how many people are going to see this album? Not very many, so it's fine. And I've decided not to cut this off. I was going to, but I'm like, well, that looks weird that it's just a flat top building when I already have one. I realized that there's a buffer of space here. So this is larger than a standard, just 8x4. There is extra room there. So if I put it in here, it will stick out the top, but not horribly so. So this is really the only part that sticks out above the page protector, and I'm cool with that. So I'm just going to call this done and leave it before I do anything else to it and make it worse. It's done. So here's another one completed for Vegas. Thanks for watching.